All right, it's time for another balancing equations with Legos. This time we're going to do single replacement. Now, if you've already done synthesis and decomposition reactions, you're going to find that this one is a little more complicated, but it's not bad at all. So if we're writing it out as a formula, as a simplified formula, if we had AB plus BC, our product would then be AC plus B. Now, we're not going to go into why it's not AB. We're not going to go into that, okay? This is the simplest possible formula. B would stay in front and can be by itself. The C, we'll just leave it like that, okay? So the explanation for the Y is for a whole other time. But this is the simple idea behind single replacement, okay? Now, the example that we're going to do from your problem set is number 3. And number 3 is NaCl, that's sodium and chlorine, by the way, plus F2, which is fluorine, goes to NaF plus Cl2. We're not going to worry about the names of all these things because it gets a little bit confusing. But for now, there's your problem that you're working, okay? Now, remember, I like to make my wall symbolizing my arrow, which is, again, like an equal sign in a math problem. Everything on this side has to equal everything on this side. I'm going to go ahead and list the various atoms that you find. I like writing them in the same order, but you don't have to. I think it simplifies the problem if you write them in the same order, okay? Now, we're going to go ahead and start with putting ones in the blanks of our problem and then see how that works out. So we have one Na over here. We have one Cl here. Here we have for our F2, we have two Fs times the 1. That gives us 2. I don't write 2's upside down very well. Apologize about that. Over here, we have one Na. We have one F as well. And over here for our chlorines, we have 2 chlorines here times the 1. That gives us a 2. Okay? Notice our numbers don't match up. It'd be so great if it did, and occasionally you get lucky and it all matches up, but it didn't match up this time. Our sodiums match. Our chlorines, though, do not. We have 2 chlorines here and only 1 chlorine here. And our fluorines, we start with 2, but we end with only 1. So we have to make some changes. So let's bring in our Legos. Now, I'm going to go ahead and label these. Red, blue. Now we have a third color. I'm going to go ahead and use yellow because it's easy to see. If you're colorblind, I am so sorry. All right, so for our sodium and chlorine, we have our red and blue. For our fluorine, remember there's 2 of them there, so we have 2 yellow Legos stuck together. Over here, we have our sodium with our fluorine, a red and yellow. And then we have 2 chlorines stuck together, so our 2 blues. Now, as you look at it, it's so clear to see. We just don't have enough of everything. We have 2 reds representing our sodiums, but our with our chlorines, we have, this is our fluorines. Sorry, our fluorines don't match up and our chlorines don't match up. So we've got to do something. Now, it's clear we have to have more yellows, more of our fluorines for over here. And then we also have to have 2 chlorines to make this match up. So what can we do here? We've got to do something different. Let's go ahead and rewrite the problem so we can start substituting in some numbers. So rewrite the entire base problem again with no numbers. And make your list of your elements. So we're going to have to make some changes here. So since we're going to have to try doubling up some of our things, for now, it looks like almost everything is going to have to be doubled up except these because they're already doubled up. So let's try doubling these 2. All right, that will give us the 2 yellows we need and the 2 blues. Let's try it. Right? Now you could try doubling anything. Sometimes doubling doesn't work, but we're going to try it and see what happens. Right off the bat, it looks good. Our blues match. We have 2 blues on each side representing our chlorines. Our yellows match up, representing our fluorines, and we have 2 reds and 2 reds. It looks like this is going to work. So, 2 of these. Remember, we don't take them apart. I recommend always making your stuff and making some extras when you first get started. Got 1. Here we've got 2. And here we've got 1. Now, let's go ahead and check it to be sure. So, sodiums, we have 2. Chlorines, we have times 2. And our fluorines, we have 2. Over here, we have the sodiums. There's 2. Our fluorines, take it times 2. And our chlorines, we have the 2 times the 1. That's 2. Now let's check them. 2 sodiums and 2 sodiums. 2 chlorines and 2 chlorines. 2 fluorines and 2 fluorines. It all matches up. That is a balanced equation. We can see it with the Legos. We can see it with the numbers. That is a solution. So I hope you got that. I hope it makes a lot of sense. If not, you can go back and review the other 3 videos. And good luck, and thank you for watching.